Chocolate21 here. I'm back with another YouTube video, and let's chit chat. So this YouTube video is basically going to be about sketches. We're gonna talk about my sketches. Just also, before we get into this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know down below if you're an artist or not. What type of sketching do you do? Why do you like sketching? And does sketching bring out the artsman in you, or do you just doodle from time to time? Anyway, welcome back. I'm in a little bit of an anger issue, but I'll deal with it later. And right now, I am basically trying to mellow out, calm down, and relax. There are some videos that are going up. Yeah, they're late. I'm sorry. I think I've been practically lazy. After a while, editing becomes a literal nightmare. So pretty much, forgive me. I've not been on my uploading game, but right now they're being uploaded as we speak. Also, forgive me for that horrible gameplay yesterday in Vlogmas Day 13. I did well on Billy Amanda and Graham. I will not lie. I am a tryhard deeply. But in the last one, I could not get to save my life. I guess I was tired. It was around 1 o'clock when I started recording the last gameplay for that vid. And it was just like, why? Alright, so I cannot win for the life of me, but I promise you the next gameplay, we will, we will do that. We will complete it. Anyway, let's talk about my sketches. So, if you guys know, again, I'm sorry to start off like that. Fuck it. If you guys do know or do not know that before I do a project or before I sew anything, I sketch it out because it's like my blueprint of what my design or idea will come out as. And if you don't know what sketching is, that's what it's basically is. It's its own definition. You're basically sketching out a detailed out design or picture or figure. You're basically showing off your design being worn and how it would look on a person's body. Now, I am a plus size designer, so I design for plus size people, and I always either envision it or I sketch it for, it comes out into an envisionment first. Like, it's always being processed in the head. And then after it gets processed in the head, it has to go on paper, because that's what my mind is set at thinking for now. And then I move on to the next one, and then I move on to the next one, and then I move on to the next one. So I have a lot of sketching ideas that are planned for this year and the next year, and they're all here. Now, I've managed to sketch out some of them for the first half of it. The next half, I gotta sketch out too. And then after that, so on and so on and so on and so forth. So there are going to be a lot of sketches, and there are going to be a lot of new designs for next year. And I can't wait. Hey, but yes, sketches. Now, not many people do a lot of sketching. Most people just sew and go. I try that sometimes, but then it's like I have nothing to refer back to at the end of the day and see how, what's supposed to go here, what details are going to be printed here, what's the back going to look like. Most of the time when I sketch, I never put a back or front together. I just sketch, and then that's how it's going to be. But if I know the back, because, let me say it like this. If I know the back is going to look simple, then it doesn't need a back detailed out design. But if I do a back, something on the back of it, some type of intricate design or detail, then I will place the back on the same side as the front. Front and back on the same page. I'll try that. But 9 times out of 10, it's necessarily just the front, because I don't think you need to put a back and front unless you're really doing something special to the back part. You feel me? I don't really do that. Now on the thumbnail, if you read it, it also said why I don't share online too. I will talk more about that as we get further down into the nitty gritty. But let's continue. So there's why I don't have a front and back. I oftenly sketch here and there. I'm supposed to be actually sketching now. Again, trifling and laziness always hits the door and fan. But I do attend on sketching more. Or And sketching does improve after a while. Like, you start it, you start to get the hang of it, and then after a while it improves more and more and more as time goes on. And then, like, when I sew, I have something to reverberate back to, and it's right there. I got all my details out. I got all my stitching ideas prepared. And I got all my designs and intricate ideas all traced out on a piece of paper. And I'm prepared for them to be, seen. Well, not just seen, but prepared for it to be put together and then seen. Now, I'm the only person that really gets to see my sketches. If nonetheless the models get to see the sketches, and if anything else, my mom or anybody else anymore, do I feel like it? But other than that, no one really gets to get the peek look at my sketches. I am the person who sketches. I am the person who gets to see them. I am the person that will get to show whoever I choose to. And yeah, that's that. Now, when I sketch freehand. I never draw with no tracing paper, like, underneath. Unless it's like in art class where they force me to use croquis in order to, like, croquets. It's C. It's kind of like French mixed together. It's croquis. They're supposed to be like, the little fashion figures that are, standing still. Basically, that's what it is. Fashion figures standing still, and you get to trace over top of them. Trace them out first, and then you outline them with the garment you're going to put on and sew in the later on future down the line. And that's what that is. I freehand sketch my croquis. I don't never trace underneath them. I don't necessarily feel like tracing is something volatile for me to do. Like, even if my sketch details are not always perfect, they're perfect enough for me, and they come out perfect enough for me to understand what the pieces are, what type of material is going to be laid over top of them, and what type of details I want in them, because I go in real depth details when I design and sketch. I never leave out nothing. If anything, I over detail a lot, but I try to make it a good amount of detail because I don't want my stuff to be looking too dry and plain. Now, in Vlogmas Day 10, I talked about brands, and one of the black-owned brands, I think her name was Kushan, or not Kushan, Kushan, I think that is, Cushn, Kushni. Yeah, she's kind of Chinese. I was pronouncing her name wrong. If I did, I'm sorry. It's Kushni. And she had, like, the most simplest designs, but they were elegant and cute. That's what I love about them, and they were sexy and empowering. And what I wanted to say about it is, for me, I like design and all types of details. I can't, like, really, I can leave something plain. Trust me, I have left a couple things plain in some of my collection pieces. Like, I ain't gonna lie, for the fall and winter collection that I had, like, almost 2 years ago or a year ago, they were plain, and they were, they were simple. Well, there were only like 2 pieces like that, though. The rest of them had different vibrancy and all type of stuff, words and spellings and everything. Now, what makes my designs unique and different from everybody else, I ran out of, it depends on what you want to add to your, what flair do you add to your own collection, and what flair do you add to your pieces, anything like that whatever you feel like it needs to be on there is what goes to you and what goes by you. So with me, when I sketch, my pieces will either change at the same time or they will stay the same. And what I mean by that is whenever I sketch out a detailed design, I normally wind up sometimes ripping it up. Here's the crazy part about that. I rip up my design because after a while I'll be like, okay, no, something has to change. And then it's fully sketched out to a T, so it's like I can't go back and change it. And unless I'm settled with it, I will rip it up, throw it away, and restart over again from scratch, and then keep going. But that was a tremendous nightmare because I had to do that with the fall and winter collection, and it got on my nerves. So whatever I sketch out now, I gotta settle with it first, and then get all my details down, and I'm good. So yeah, moving on and moving forward. The next thing about sketching with me is when I sketch, I'm never in a quiet space, but I like to be around a lot of lighting, and then I like to color in depth pretty well. I like to color like a lot. I like colors very, very a lot. Like it's in like the color has to match the fabric or close to the fabric, right? Because the reality is the whole idea aesthetic will be off if the sketch does not match the whole entire, the ensemble pieces. They gotta match. But that's the fabric. That's only the fabric color. With me, when I design a collection, it's gonna have some different colors in it. Well, different pieces in it. Like I've seen designers do this a lot. They say their whole entire collection is just one color, and then burnish of different colors pop in every now and then. And I don't know if it's color blocking or it's just the way the native culture is or whatever, but I like bright. I'm like the peak fashion designers of today. I like colors. I like vibrantness. I like all different types of things popping out. I like different seas, like different silhouettes and all type of everything, like just everything coming out in one. And I know it may look a mess or a massacre, but it's still fun because the reality is you get to see so much creativity being done in so many different ways and more than one way, and it's being done in different colors. It's vibrant, and you get to see different people walk down a runway and wear it. So that's why I get the enjoyment out of making garments of different ideas. It's endless. And the one thing I truly love about sketching, it clears my mind, it clears my head. Sketching for me is like a freedom away from life itself. I get to go to like, I don't know, my fashion land in my head and just bring out all my detailed designs, and I never ever like, no one else knows about them but me. And then when I finally share it with the general public and see it all created in real life, it brings me so much joy to see my sketch come to life after it's being done. And sketching is like therapy also. It just relieves you from the pain, and especially when you listen to music, you get to sketch out every last detail of everything. And no thinking about someone just yet, you just sketch. And whatever you freeball sketch, you just sketch and keep going until you're satisfied. So that's what I love about sketching. You get to sketch, you get to enjoy, you get to have fun. Now, what I don't like to do online, because I've seen this on plenty of occasions and it never happened to me before, but it has happened to me. Well, I've never had where I posted a sketch out online publicly and it has been taken and used for something else. But I've seen many designers go through it. Now, the one thing I am afraid of is seeing my designs being taken and then reused again. But it's like, this is being done for years. Like, people just found new ways to perfect them. That's pretty much it. Fashion is the same, and the silhouettes are always the same. They never change. This is the design of the person is design, and price is better for the person who can afford it. And the materials they use on that person is what makes them feel better about themselves. Anyway, so I don't post none of my sketches online. It's because the reality is I'm afraid someone will take it and use it for something else, or take it and modify it for their own needs. Now, I'm a straightforward designer. I'll post maybe one or two pictures and that's it. But I noticed that a lot of people don't take your designs if they don't really feel like it's worth taking. Like for me, most people will probably ignore my designs because mostly it's for plus size people, and they probably don't think they're uniquely, sketched out and everything like that in between. With me, I just feel like you don't have to take my designs. I mean, they're the simplest designs. You can make this yourself. And you shouldn't want to steal somebody else's sketch work, hard time, and labor they have put in it. Yeah. So it's like, you basically want to keep that to yourself. Oftenly, I don't post online because, again, I like to save my shit for a surprise. eyes. You don't really get to see it until later on down the line. And I keep all my sketches in its own, you know, its own personal folders and everything like that. So it's like, well, no, I keep all my sketches in a portfolio. And every time I sketch, they go inside the portfolio, and they don't come out until I'm ready to see them and fully put them in bloom. But yes, my sketches are really important to me, and they are private, and I don't necessarily want them to be used or seen by anybody else or the general public, but I would love to keep them to myself until I'm ready to share them, pretty much. And yes, again, I fear the pirates taking it and using it for their own purposes, and then I'm sitting here arguing back for like, that's my whole design. Like, you stole it. Like, take it down. Don't use that. Don't make that. But yeah, my ideas are like truly important to me, and that's why I don't post them online. The other reason why I don't post them online too is people criticize a lot, and it's a lot of criticism. And a lot of people say, "Oh, the design is cute, but it's already been made. Do something else," or "Oh, it's too much florals," or "Oh, it's ugly, it's cheesy, it's something that it's already been seen," or "Oh, it's matronly," and you know the word you do not ever want to hear is matronly, because the reality is, basically they saying an old woman can wear that shit. Like, I could deal with all the criticism in the world. I'd be like, okay, it's not matronly, it's not this, it's not that. When I sketch, I mean, like, that's why I necessarily don't post it either. Criticism kills me. But also, I don't put it up there because, again, they steal it. Some people try to use it to make it. And then criticism. And then the other thing is, it's another thing on there, too, I don't like when I share it online. Once you share it online, then people claim you stole it, and then you gotta sit there and go do the process of arguing back and forth too. So that's another reason. And again, I mean, it's life. When you sketch out something, you expect people to give you all great glory in God, and they give you all like the greatest amount of respect. But in reality, they don't care. They just love the way that you sketch it and hope that you can make it. And then when you make it, they want you to sell it to them for less than half of that. Which, by the way, I plan on doing in next year. This girl's going to be successful. This girl's going to do what she planned on doing. So, yeah. And we going to be doing some sales. And I think that's it, really. I didn't really see. I thought today was the 15th. And if you guys can see behind me, I don't know if you can see. If you guys can see, ignore my shirt and ignore the candy and everything like that between. I had cleared off this table for you guys so you guys can see that I was about to, cut out and everything like that. I thought today was the 15th. I was so off that I told y'all I've been off this weekend and I'm a little bit lost. But I had my sewing table all prepared for you guys, and I was about to, start cutting out pieces and, sewing things down. But the reality is it's the 14th, so tomorrow is the big day. I share with you guys, my sewing. Now, again, this sewing design will be coming from one of my pieces for next year. So you guys cannot take it. You cannot steal it. You cannot use it. You cannot take the idea from it. You basically can't use the whole entire design yourself because I have had it sealed and made and everything like that in between. You guys are just going to have to take that design yourself and rework it your own way. I mean, yes, I do not like stealing of the sketches and then reworking it any other type of way. But when it comes down to the design is actually a simple design that anybody can make and probably use and remake it their own way. I just don't want to see somebody use it and then perfect it and then make it the same way and say, oh, they perfected it this way and how it's supposed to be and da-da-da-da-da, because then I feel some type of way and then pissed at the same time. Like, oh, I did it way better than she can, and then throw me under the bus. Like, you basically stole that whole entire idea from me. I just shared it with you so you can, But yeah, this will be one exclusive where you get to see me, make a piece from one of the collection that will be viewed next year. So, I hope you guys will enjoy. I will see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 15. We are 14. We are 1 week away from Christmas. 1 week away from Christmas. I'm trying to see if I can get all the gifts I can. But we are 1 week away from Christmas. Next week, guys, Vlogmas Day 25th, and then this will be over. But then again, I love showing you guys the gifts I get every year, so of course. But without further ado, it is over. I will see you guys again in Vlogmas Day 15. Please do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. And as always, Deuces comes and says bye-bye, and it's saying bye-bye because I think I'm actually tired. Deuces!